Hey guys, Rocky here. I just wanted to touch base and let you know that as in the last video, I mentioned that I was going to test out spraying some black enamel onto Plasti Dip to see if the Plasti Dip could be still peeled off afterwards. And I've sprayed it and it's had lots of time to dry, and I've tried to peel it off. And the answer to the question as to whether or not it will come off, it will come off, but it won't come off very easily. It's right at the point where you'd probably have to scrape it with something, a blade or something, and then at that point, I mean, you're going to be scratching your base paint, right? So there's no point. So in all reality, this whole thing about spraying over the Plasti Dip with a good coating of enamel to do your graphics on is not a good idea. At least I have found no easy way to take it off as of yet. I was able to peel some of it off here, but it's very tricky. It's sat and it's dried for quite a little while now, so maybe I'll make another attempt just to see if I can do anything with it, but I don't think so. I think at this point I've concluded that the best route is to just paint whatever you want for graphics on your Plasti Dip, or you're just going to have to paint your enamel right on your factory paint job, whatever you have, and you know, be very aware of the fact that if you make a mistake, you know, if you leave it too long, you're not going to be able to wipe it off. So you either got to be very confident with your painting of the graphics that you're not going to make a mistake, and if you do, it's going to be very simple and easy to fix, and go at it with the idea that you're not going to have to wipe anything off. Is probably the best way, although you can wipe it off. But if it's simple pinstriping graphics that can be done quickly, you know, you can throw something down on the back fender in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that, and you're done, then you're probably okay, because, you know, I think at that point you can still wipe it, the entire thing off if you have to. But in terms of putting enamel over Plasti Dip on first and then some enamel on top of that, no, that's not going to work for you. That's not going to work. So that brings to question, you know, if you do fairly extensive graphics on top of the Plasti Dip, what kind of trouble might you run into? Hopefully none. I'm not sure, but you know, I've got a number 13 painted on one of my panels right now, and it needs more work to clean it up to make it look a little better. But I'm beginning to wonder, you know, if I get too crazy with just using that enamel out of those bottles on top of the Plasti Dip, if that's going to peel off really hard. You know, if I don't like it, am I going to have trouble getting it to peel off? I was able to peel off everything off of that whiteboard, but maybe it's got more to do with the surface that you've put the Plasti Dip on. You know, maybe that's got some key factor there that's going to determine whether or not it'll come off easy. I think what I'll do is I'll continue with the lettering and the numbering that I have on one side panel right now. Just kind of clean it up to the point where it's, you know, I've either decided it looks good, I'm going to keep it, or I'm not sure if I like it and I'm thinking I'm going to rip it off, and before I touch any of the other panels. And then if I have to rip it off, then I'll realize right then and there that this painting with the Plasti Dip might not be the best idea, possibly. We'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm waiting for a call from a recruiter to discuss a job, so I don't have a lot of stuff I can do. So I kind of have to be halfway prepared for an interview, possibility of a Skype interview, which means it's going to be, you know, a visual. I'll be on camera, so I don't want to get myself dirtied up too much and then get a call suddenly and have to try to clean myself up really quick to get on Skype. You know, if I get a call, I'll probably have to go around Skype within minutes from the time I get a phone call. So I'm trying to stay relatively clean, although it's killing me because I want to go at this project here and put the front shocks on it. That doesn't look like too much of a trouble to put the front shocks on. I will use my plasma cutter or a grinder or something to cut the old shocks out, make it quick and easy, and the new ones will go in fairly easy as well. But I don't want to get, like I said, I don't want to get too messy. I told this guy, they wanted to talk to me yesterday late in the day, but they didn't give me much notice. And at that point, I was covered in grease from head to toe. So I asked them if, there's two of them actually. One is relaying a message to the one that wants to call me. The other one is actually setting it up. I told her that, you know, it'd be better if we could do it tomorrow, which is today, and that he could call me anytime after 10, because I'm a little slow about getting around lately because I've, you know, had lots of time to, my hours have changed a little bit, so I did want to get up at 6 o'clock this morning and get ready for 9 o'clock or whatever, so, you know, basically give them the impression that I had something I had to do up until 10 o'clock, and then, so I told them to call me anytime after 10, and it's going on 11 or shortly after 11. I haven't got a call yet, so I hope they they're not put out by me putting them off. They should give me at least a, you know, a day's notice before expecting me to do anything, so they shouldn't be too upset. But this is for a job in Edmonton, pretty good job. It's a 12-month contract, so I'd have to travel back and forth and come home on the weekends and stay up there through the week or whatever. But if it worked out, if it did, that would solve a lot of issues in some ways for me. So to have this one here in Edmonton as opposed to going to Vancouver or BC or something, you know. Edmonton's not very exciting for me, but you know, at this point, exciting doesn't matter. At this point, it's all about money and making sure I have enough money to pay the bills and stuff. So I'm hoping that's going to pan out. I probably won't. If it does, I probably won't be working for another 2 to 3 weeks. If it does pan out, it may take that long to get things sorted out. But putting that aside, waiting for that call, I just emailed her and asked her if she'd relayed the message to the guy. So I'll have to wait back and see if she sends anything back to tell me that she's relayed the message and if he's got any idea when I could expect a call. I'm sure that you know, he probably had today scheduled some things, so it might not necessarily be right at 10 o'clock as I had suggested. But so putting all that aside, yeah, I think that I'm going to try to tiptoe my way in here and start doing a little work. Try to stay clean. Try to get the words out here. Try to stay clean. I got this shirt on here just for camera purposes. I'll take this off, put it aside so I don't get dirty. I can slap that right back on over a dirty T-shirt if I have to for the interview. But so yeah. With that being said, I'll pause there and I'm going to see what I can actually do on the vehicle, and I'll show you the progress.